Alright, so with Halloween coming up, I wanted to make a video talking about the stuff that's gonna be, releasing for Halloween, and some leaks we got from a trusted source. Same person who leaked the KOF collab a few days earlier than it was announced, and also Zero Boss Askaner a few days earlier than announced. I'm gonna talk about the leaks first, and then we'll talk about the stuff coming for Global as well, and some predictions on what Global might do. But yeah, for JP, right, we are getting info on the characters for the banner being Shin and Roxy, which is really interesting. If you don't know who they are, if you play Global, because they aren't currently on Global, these are the characters I'm talking about. Shin, let me sort by green. It's especially hard because the screen is so small for me. My mobile setup. Shin is this character. He is really good. I personally have your gear for him, so that's nice. He is really good. He's a farmer, probably the best farmer in the game, considering he has 2 AoE cards. Maybe Blue DML is still better, but he's actually pretty neat. His passive, he gives himself 8% attack related stats every time he attacks, and if it stacks 3 times, he ranks up every card in the field and loses his buffs. So it's a pretty neat character. Not the most best character on PvP, but he's really good in general. And Roxy, she kind of sucks, but she's really hot. So it's good that we're having a Halloween version. I would love to see her Halloween skins. That would be very good. So they have some info here as well for them. So for Shin, weapon name Halloween Candy. Shin can use a skill with debuff that prevents the use of skills of rank 2 or higher. I actually, let me open up an example. Red Gloxinia has that card. Equals 220 all enemies. Equals 220 allows the use of only rank 1 skills. Rank 2 and 3 cannot be used for 1 turn. 180, same thing for 2 turns. But this could be a single target. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about being AoE. It could be a single target, it could be AoE, we'll see. Because, Grand Cross likes to make a single target AoE version of all the debuff cards. So it could be a single target as well. If it's single target, I would hope this works on level 1. That would actually be really good. If you can, seal their cleanse and also seal their ability to use rank 2 and 3 cards, just easily as level 1 card, that would be great. Because Glocks, you need level 2, which sometimes can't happen. Here's the thing. I think Glocks on the King and Handy team would work so well if he was sealed on level 1. Because then you seal cleanse and everything, but because he has to be level 2, sometimes it just doesn't happen so easily, right? And then for the Roxy, Lights of Night and Halloween, Roxy can use a skill that inflicts charge. Okay, that's not as exciting. Who has charge on a card? I know on alts, right? Ban has it. No, Ban. He has charge on single target. Right? Yeah, charge. Ignores defense. I mean, if it's this one, it's not so bad. Because here's the thing about Roxy, right? She has good stats. 81% pierce, yeah. That's really good. 81% pierce is really good. She has good stats. And I believe she has good attack as well. Let me take a look. Roxy. I want to see her bear. 520. That's okay. I thought it was better. I thought it was like 600. Never mind. I mean, it's good. But the pierce is really big. So if she has charge, ignoring defense will be very good. So these Halloween characters could be pretty decent. Which, the Halloween characters are gonna come for Global instead. Because, the Roxy and the Shin are gonna come for GP, and they might also release the old Halloween characters for GP as well, coming with it on the banner. But the ones coming for Global are gonna be the Meliodas, the Elaine, and the Gilla. Now the one thing about Gilla is that she was a 366 on JP. I have her. She is my Gilla that I use as Link. I never got SR Gilla 280 for that reason, because I didn't need them, right? I use my Halloween Gilla as Link. I mean, not anymore because I barely use Jericho. But I use my Halloween Gilla as Link, and got a 366, so that was really nice. But here's the one thing, right? A character that was a 366 on JP that wasn't on Global, Green Lilia, raises me a little bit of suspicion, because are they gonna not give Gil a 366 as well? Here's one thing. JP, at the time of Halloween and the Slime collab, was a much more generous game in the means of they didn't much care about money, they just wanted to have the player base super happy. Now the game is a bit different, I have to admit. They are still very generous, you know, compared to other gacha games. Grand Cross is like really good on that, but they of course also want to squeeze as much as they can because they want the game to survive. So the game is different. I can't deny. And Global like kind of follows the same way GP is, so it could be that Gilla will not be 366. I hope it is. I really do. She's not a bad unit. She has charge as well. Like, she has charge, ignores defense. Decreases the hero's damage taken by 4% per hero skill use, max of 40%, and then the AoE decreases the defense stats. It's not bad. I use her for training cave all the time. She's not bad. It's just a good link, and it would be kind of a slap in the face to not get 6-6 when you know, JP did it, just like Lilia was. But the chances of her being in the banner with Meliodas and Elaine are pretty big. Meliodas is quite possibly bottom 5 worst units in the game. The thing about him is that he has the worst health cards I've ever seen. Poison and then Spike on the AoE. It's just not good. It's just not good. The thing about, here's the thing, Spike is a great ability, on single target especially. But he has 30% crit chance. What's the point of having double crit damage when you don't crit? And it's AoE, and he hits multiple times, so a lot of the hits don't crit. Okay. His passive increases crit damage by 10% at the end of every turn. So technically he can get max of 130% crit chance, right? No, because 10 turns is not happening, okay? 10 turns is not happening. It might happen on super bosses, but here's the thing, super bosses do extra damage against demons, so he can't even be using most super bosses. He's just not good. He's a terrible unit. You're just not using him anywhere. The thing about base melee as well, right? Base melee has awful stats for no reason. You can take a look at his stats right here. Base melee has awful stats: 30% resistance, 20% pierce rate, 30% crit chance. The crit damage is okay, but 20% crit resistance. Like, base melee has awful stats. They need to buff base melee. It's a thing that also hinders down counter melee as well. Like, base melee stats are awful. It's a good thing, you know. The other melees, the DM melee and the Lost Vein, have good stats, but this one just sucks. So yeah, this melee sucks. It's more for collection if you're gonna get them. In the lane, she is good, because she's really good for Red Hell, because she has a buff card. So if you have the new Easton that just came out for Global, the Blue Easton, and this Elaine, you know, one for each person on the raid, you can have a double buff, which is really nice. It clears the event super fast. But that's the thing. Extreme and Hell Red, they're not hard. They're not difficult. They just take quite a bit. You're gonna be clearing it faster. But in my opinion, it just doesn't need it. But if you want it, it's good. I do that. You know, I have Elaine. And when I play Red Hell, I either use Easton or Elaine, depending on what my teammate also has, right? And it really helps. Increase the defense rate stats by 8% at the start of next turn. If the hero takes damage, max of 40%. It's okay. You're mostly just having her for this. So honestly, the quality of characters isn't here, right? The quality of characters, I mean, Gilla, please be 366. Please be 366. The quality of characters just isn't here, right? When you take a look at Meliodas and Elaine, they're not needed. Especially Meliodas, he sucks. Elaine, you know, she has a use, which is nice. But Meliodas sucks. So you can skip the banner if you want. I highly encourage people saving for Goddess Liz, and even maybe for the KOF collab. The KOF collab Kyo and Rugal are just insane. Rugal is one of my favorite characters in the game. I've been using him for a bit. I haven't had the chance of like really spamming using him because I have to travel and stuff, but the moments I used him were very nice. I'm gonna make a video on him today actually. I just want to have an excuse of using him for like an hour straight. And I have one today, so yeah, sounds good. But these characters aren't the best. Elaine, you know, again, you can use her for Red Hell, but that's it. And Gila, she's a good link, but honestly, the game has evolved so much that she's not even that good. So if she isn't a 366, I don't recommend something for her. She has a nice costume, I have to admit. I'm not using it right now, but she has this, which is kind of smexy, but that's pretty much how it goes. And then, the costume-wise, the costumes look pretty nice. So, from left to right, right? This is Merlin. Merlin I do have. It's probably my favorite Merlin costume. Let me see if it's equipped, because I like to change it. Merlin has so many good costumes. Yeah, Merlin has so many good costumes, but I believe it's on Red Merlin. I like to mix her up, because they're all so neat, right? Let me replay this again. My setup is so bad. I usually have 2 monitors when I'm recording, but on my laptop, yeah. This is the costume. I do quite like it. I think it's probably the best out of all of them, in my opinion. King, Diane, Slater looks neat. Again, Gila, Gelfer, Melly, Liz, Griamore, Gilfunder, Elaine, Bon, Jericho. Jericho, I regret not buying. She has a killer nurse, I guess, and then Hauser. Hauser looks pretty cool as well. He's just neat. But Jericho, I do regret not buying. Even though there's no like good Jerichos right now. Whenever they're release a new Jericho, and maybe she's good, then I'll regret not having it. But if you want to buy any costumes, they're all super paid. There's no free costume other than, Meliodas, Gila, and Elaine. At least not on JP. Maybe they will give a free costume on Global, who knows. Because, for the beach costumes on Global, they gave weapons for free, right? So it wouldn't be too weird if they gave some of the stuff for free as well on this celebration too. So, yeah, the Halloween celebration was really nice on JP. Honestly, lots of people consider it the best celebration for a long time. I would say the best celebration we ever had on JP was maybe the one that Lost Vein came out, the $7 million celebration, because it was the first time the Lily event came out. It was so good. This Halloween event, there was a spam. You could spam the materials for awakening characters, and we had like infinite awakening material for a long time, so it was really good for resources as well. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Honestly, I play JP, so I'm really excited for the new Shin. Shin is one of my favorite characters, so I'm excited that he's getting a new unit, because Green Shin, even though he's still relevant, isn't the best. So I'm hoping the Halloween Shin will be good, but I don't have my hopes up too much. Alright, thank you guys for watching. That's it.